Hello everyone out there! So let me know in the comment section if you have ever visited Singapore, and if you have, which places would you recommend us to visit? Super interesting, there's a no smoking zone designated area. Here Orchard Road is one, and from April 1 of 2019 offenders may face a compensation fine of $200 up to the maximum of core fine of 1,000. Wow, that's a lot. So it's super interesting because, you know, in China most of the people, I mean males in China, are smokers, and they even smoke indoors. So many smokers, especially men, like women rarely smoke there because they care of the skin, etc. And seeing this kind of law here makes me, of course, happy because I'm a non-smoker, and also makes me wonder, like, would that ever happen on Shenzhen? Perhaps it's not that far of the time that it will come to be. Actually, in China, a lot of people do not respect. Like, you know, you are in a hotel and it says like, do not smoke inside. And people are just smoking whenever, when they want. Recently, actually, here in Singapore, I've seen that so little people smoke, and that is something really great. In my country, Mexico, as well, there is very few people. You rarely see someone smoking. Just like in clubs and people whenever they hang out, you know, but not very much in the streets, and that's what I'm seeing right now here. And that is something amazing for Singapore, so that's a big thumbs up for them. I really hope that somewhere in the near future China will also become this kind of place. So guys, that special designated area that you can see over there is for smokers. So it's a really small, and it's just like a yellow line there where you're supposed to smoke inside of it. And yeah, people respect it. Can you see that? So what do you think about this new law of non-smoking designated areas in Singapore? Do you agree with that? Are you a smoker and you feel like annoyed by it? Or what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section. I totally agree on it because, you know, it's kind of a greener city, smoke-free, and, you know, it's better, of course, for those who do not smoke, but I'm not really sure about those who smoke. But definitely we need this kind of laws in China, and we first of all need Chinese people to respect them, because there is no sense in putting some laws which will not be respected, especially when establishments would not fine people whenever they are smoking, you know, like there's no smoking, but the hotel people will be even afraid to tell smokers who don't smoke because perhaps they are big bosses. They are not very hard on that about smoking, and they will be even intimidated by the smokers because they might look like rich people, or that they have money enough and power that they will not be controlled by anyone. But, you know, laws are laws and conditions are conditions, and if establishment is a non-smoking establishment, then you should respect it. Otherwise, there should be a fine, like here, I guess. So in order for people to respect the establishment law. If you are a foreigner living in China, have you ever experienced, like, I don't know, staying in a hotel where it's a non-smoking hotel, of course, and you find out people smoking on the halls, or perhaps restaurants, etc.? If so, let me know in the comment section what is your work's experience regarding smoking on China, like on non-smoking places, you know? And if you are a Singaporean living in Singapore, what are your thoughts on this new law? Actually, one of the aspects which I haven't been used to, which I will never get used to, I guess, is smoking. Seeing people not respecting the non-smoking areas is something that always will annoy me. Sometimes I've seen fathers with their sons and smoking. They don't mind if they have children by the side, like they don't really much care. I'm not talking about everyone, because there are some that do not smoke, but a lot of males in China smoke a lot, even in the elevator, just about to go out, and they already have the cigarette on their mouths, which is like a very addictive habit to have, and of course not healthy. Guys, I've just arrived to this smoothie bowl place and I've ordered a beta C turmeric, carrot and pineapple juice. Thank you. Waiting for my juice. Okay guys, something really special about here is like whenever you don't want ice on your juices or smoothies, they will charge you extra cost, sometimes like 50 cents or so. And if you do not want to pay extra cost, or sometimes perhaps there are no extra costs, then they will just give you the juice like this, because you know the ice makes it more dense. And in this case, it's kind of, you know, not full because I didn't want ice on my juice. And when you don't want ice on your juice, means like they must put more vegetable on it to make it full. And that's something not really nice, but yeah, that's the way it is. It's quite expensive in here. So this juice is turmeric, pineapple and carrot, and it's really tasty. But it's too small. It was like $5 for what I received. I think it's quite expensive. Even in China, it's cheaper. So is there anyone out there living in Singapore, a Singaporean or expat, and being vegan? How do you deal with it here? Is it that expensive? Because fruits here are way too expensive, way more expensive than China. So I feel if I will live here, you have to get a really good income in order to eat good foods. Otherwise, you have to be like those junky vegans, just eating some breads and, I mean, some vegan flours, etc., right? Like pastas, but not really nutritious foods because they are quite expensive. So cheers to good life. And living in China is not that bad when you come to Singapore. But compared to Mexico, well, it's really expensive, because in Mexico things are quite cheap, you know, good quality of fruits and veggies there, cheap prices, good food. Nowadays in Mexico it's really hype being vegan. So yeah, this was my street. Like I will always go uphill there and find my home. Can you see that building is a new one? Like back in the day it wasn't there. It looks really cool. There's a Starbucks over there. And yeah, I remember that in that area there were a lot of bars. Okay, right now ordering this chico, which I love, and some pineapple. Deli food in Singapore. Okay, here is my chico and my pineapple for $4.40. Hello guys, checking in with my chico, which I love. This is good. Really sweet. Love it. Comes like this. I came to this place called Real Food and I ordered this soup. And this is the shiitake mushroom soup. It's vegan with some pieces of tofu. This place looks quite cool and you can be served vegetarian or vegan options here. Hello you guys, I've been walking for so long, like whole day. I'm super tired. Finally arrived to this place called Real Food where it's located in Somerset, Orchard Central shopping mall. I read that there were vegetarian and vegan options, so I came here and I just ordered a soup and some eggplant. This eggplant, for my taste, I think it's too full of sauce. Hello. So now you know why Orchard Road is considered a shopper's paradise, seriously. It's also the pulse of the city, and it has endless shopping and entertainment options for everyone. If you're on a budget, you can always go window shopping. Like myself, I can be here all day long, seriously. Once you get into those underground shopping tunnels, time flies. And once you realize like you have to go back home, it's because they are closing the shops already, and suddenly you go out and it's already dark. So let me know in the comment sections, have you ever been in Orchard Road before? Have you ever visited Singapore? Do you enjoy Singapore, and why is that you enjoy it? So thanks a lot for watching. Kisses.